All right, guys, so here's a quick video. Recently, I tried out this SOF Industries AIM sight, and I really like it. So I wanted to compare it between Ironsights and red dots, and so that's what this video is all about. Let's turn this camera around. So as you can see, here's the AIM, okay? It's an Ironsight firearm, all right? It works as if it were a red dot. Let's go to an Ironsight real quick. So here's an Ironsight, okay? That's an Ironsight. Now you can use that, that's fine. You'd be hard pressed to rack it with this sight off of a table or something. You'd be hard pressed to rack this firearm with one hand by using the sights on a table or something like that, right? Like I can do it, but man, that's gonna be pretty difficult to do in the heat of the moment. With this one, you can absolutely rack it with that sight, okay? Let's go over here to a red dot. Let's compare sizes. It looks as if this right on red dot is bigger than this AIM sight. There's no glass in the AIM sight, as you can see. No glass. So there's nothing that can break on the inside of the sight. The red dot, there is glass, which means it can break. In fact, I have a red dot right now that has a broken glass in it. It has broken glass. The other day, I was using a sight and I got it muddy, and all I did was clean out the mud and reuse it. Now, imagine you having water or mud or something like that on the glass here. Are you going to be able to see through that glass to even use your iron sights that are backups? No, you're not. You're going to have to wipe it off or spray and pray. Speaking of secondary sights, okay, if my red dot goes down, like the batteries die, it breaks, whatever, and I need a secondary sight for self-defense purposes, tactical purposes, so on and so forth. I have to have secondary sights, okay? The beauty about this is that it acts as a red dot, and you don't need a secondary sight. It is what it is. The other thing is you can reference the front sight. You see that front sight there? You can reference that front sight to the window. There's something to reference on the front of the gun and on the rear of the gun to line that up. There's absolutely nothing to reference to put this dot in there. Now, I do have a front and rear sight that I can reference, but there's nothing else other than that. So let's go to my next gun. Here is a right-on EED. I like this sight a lot, but let's compare sizes real quick. See the difference in size? See the difference in size here? Now, the right-on EED, it doesn't have anything to reference at all. So if you are a new shooter and you're trying to reference this dot, you're going to be looking for it. This is my competition gun, hence the reason why I don't have any backups. Now, I do have a backup here, the rear sight and the front sight, but I'd have to take this EED off. I would have to take it off. So there you have it. That's the lineup there. I have a gun with just iron sights, which you wouldn't be able to really rack it off of anything if you had to use just one hand to rack the slide. I have this Glock with the aim on it, which you can rack the slide with. And if it gets muddy or dirty or whatever, you just clean it out and keep going. I have another Canic with a red dot, but if that red dot goes down, or let's say there's some masking in there from mud, dirt, sweat, what have you, I wouldn't even be able to use the backup irons anyway. I would have to either clean it or take it off. And then there's the Ride-On EED, which if it goes down, I will 100% have to take that off in order to use my rear and front sight. So guys, red dots have their purpose. Iron sights have their purpose. But what if you can put both of those purposes in the same sight? I think that SOF Industries has something here with their sight. I am going to be an advocate of this sight, especially for self-defense purposes and tactical purposes. Tack out.